Okay, this is the second video on solving equations on your graphing calculator. We're going to do this second equation right here, x squared plus 4 equals 7. So we're going to start off just the same as we did. We'll start from our home screen here. So we're going to pretty much just take the left hand side of our equation, x squared plus 4, plug that into y1, and then take the right hand side of our equation, which is 7, and plug that into y2. So I click on y equals, and I'm going to be doing x squared plus 4. So x squared with the caret looks just like that. Always use this up caret button for your squareds. And that looks like my left hand side, and my right hand side is just 7. So I'm going to graph both of these now. I'm expecting one that is a parabola, and then I'm also expecting a horizontal line at 7. So let's hit graph, and it looks like we have a parabola and then a line at 7. And from last video, we know that our intersections here and here are going to be our solutions. So I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit more, just so that we can see our intersections a little bit better. And I'm going to use this opportunity to show you how to use option number 1, zoom box. So from the graph, I'm going to hit this zoom button here, and I have the zoom menu, and option number 1 here is Z box. And pretty much what this option does is it lets you draw a box on your graphing calculator, and then it will fix the window to the area of that box. So I'll show you how it works right now. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to use my arrow keys to find where my cursor is, and you can see that I have a cursor right here. And what I want to do is I want to place my cursor where I want the corner of my box to be. So if I want my corner of the box to be right here, I'm going to place my cursor there, knowing that I can draw a box up and over or down and over in either direction. So once I find the corner of my box, I'm going to hit enter, and then my cursor here is going to change, and I'm going to use the arrow keys to go up and over, and you can see that I am drawing my box. Know that you can pretty much draw your box over any area, and it's just going to pretty much pivot around your corner, but your corner is set. So since I want to see my intersections better, I'm just going to make sure that my box covers both of my intersections. So when I hit enter again, my window is going to be changed from this window, our standard 10 by 10 window. It's going to be changed to just this box right here. So I'm going to hit enter, and you can see it's redrawing my parabola and redrawing my line. So now that I can see everything really nicely, I can find my two intersects. So I'm going to hit second calc, go to my calculate menu, down to intersect, hit enter, and now it's asking me for my first curve. So I'm going to use my arrow keys to move my cursor over the intersection. I'm going to hit enter. Now we're on my second curve, so I'm just going to do the same thing, only on the second curve. Make sure it's close to that intersection, hit enter. It's going to ask for a guess. I'm going to hit enter one more time, and it says that my intersection is at x equals 1.732. So my first solution is x equals 1.732. And then if I want to find my second solution, because this is a quadratic equation here, so we are expecting to get two solutions. So my second solution is going to be the x value of this point right here. So I'm just going to do the same exact procedure. I'm going to hit second calc, go down to intersect here, number 5, and hit enter. And this time I'm just going to move my cursor all the way over to the other intersection. So moving it over, That's close enough to the intersection right there. I'm going to hit enter. Second curve, move my cursor close to the intersection and hit enter. Guess. I'm going to hit enter one more time. And then my other x value is negative 1.732. So my overall solution to this equation here is just taking both of these x values. So x equals plus or minus 1.732. And if you wanted, you can solve this algebraically. It's pretty simple to solve it algebraically, and you'll find that you get plus or minus the square root of 3. So the solution to this is, if you solve it using just algebra, is plus or minus square root of 3, and sure enough, the square root of 3 is 1.732, and so on. So that's that example there, and in the next video I'll solve this one. And yeah.